Hi guys, I'm back. It has been a while. Sorry about that. Life got in the way. Anyway, I'm back. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's this ad for a miniature bookcase on social media, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. And I loved it. And then I thought, that's way too expensive for what it is. And I knew I could make it, well, my style anyway. So yeah, it's a miniature bookcase, and it's made out of chipboard. Obviously, you can see it there. I have a what do you call it? A guide. Oh, not an instruction. It's not an instruction guide. It's just a size guide on all the pieces that I've used. So that'll be in the description below if you wanted to make it. I do have to say that the mini books were time consuming, um, but they go together quickly, and the end result's pretty good. But it is a dust catcher, and I've always said I wouldn't make anything that just sits there and collects dust, but I just had to do it. So, anyway, I've made some hinges using craft cardstock, and I'm now just putting one of the units together. There's going to be two this size stuck together. And so that's pretty much all you can see. Now I've only shown one of them being put together. The other one is exactly the same. And then I'll come back and I will show you how I put them all together. So now I'm going to just join the back and the two sides together first before I insert the shelves. And I think the overall size is about 9 inches, bit over 9 inches by about 6 inches, bit over 6 inches. So it's not too big. I think the longest part of it was actually working out how to do it. And I'm actually going through it while I'm making it. I'm deciding how I'm going to build it. So um, I just knew roughly what size I wanted and went from there. So I'm using medium weight chipboard. Oh, and I had problems with my Aleene's tacky glue. I hadn't used it for so long and it had just clogged up and it would not come out no matter what I did. So I just took, well, I had to raid my hubby's workshop to find some grips to take the lid off even. Once I did, I just squirted it all out and then used it with a scraper. So yeah, I've added glue as well as the um, score tape just to give it some more strength. Okay, that's all together. Just reinforcing it there. And that's where how the shells are going to go in. And I think I decided I had to, yeah, clamp it. So I had to go and raid my hubby's workshop again. And in hindsight, I should have clamped it from the back, not the sides. So I struggled a bit there. Anyway, not much else to say. So they seem to be set pretty much in place. And now I'll attach the shelves. So you'll see there I've got just the 1/4 inch score tape on the edges of the hinges, and then I add the glue for extra strength. So hopefully I've got that sitting on the line on the chipboard, the back piece there. And I think that one's a bit crooked. One of them is anyway, and I'm assuming it's this one. Okay, so I just did the same again for that, and then again we're going to clamp it. Oh, I'm going to show you first what the little miniature books look like in it. So I did various sizes of the books, up to about, I think about 2.5 inches, 2 3/4 inches, and down to about 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, now you'll see here for the second one, I made a mark on the top of the chipboard where the line meets it, so that it'll be easier to line it up then, line up the shelves. So both done. And now I'm just adding some more of the chipboard as spaces, and I think they're called side spaces in the cutting guide. And I meant to put 4 in the middle rather than just the 3, because that's where the magnets are going to sit, and I needed the width. So again, clamping, this time with bulldog clips. There's a lot of that involved. So there I've joined them both together. No, I haven't. Oh, I've just put the spaces on. Yeah, a lot of time waiting for the glue to dry. So here we go, putting on more spaces. Okay, now I'm going to, you'll see over there on the right, underneath the other shelf, is another spacer that I wanted to put, but I only had the 3 there, and I wanted 4. It still worked out in the end, but I think 4 would be preferable. I have written 5 side spaces. So 1, 2. So there'll be, each side are just the sides. So that's 4 of those. And then the side spaces I add one to each side. Yeah. And I put 2 in the middle. No, 1, but you need 2. Yeah, I'm just reading what I've written there in the cutting guide. So anyway, um, just adding more spaces to the top and the bottom. Actually, just to the top, I think, because at the bottom I'm stepping it out. I'm going to have a few layers on there. So I do, yeah, um, same size the top on the bottom. I don't know why I didn't put hinges there. It probably would have been more stable. But it's okay. It finished up fine. Alright, oh, okay. So for the hinges, I decided to use Tyvek because it won't rip. And I thought, okay, I had the envelopes, the Tyvek envelopes, but I also had this black Tyvek. And I thought that'd be great because I'm going to paint the unit black. And then I realised the way I did it, I had to paint it anyway. So anyway, worked out. Yeah, I scored that in half at first, but then realised that the hinged section on the inside there is only, yeah, I could only have that narrow. Here I am thinking of how I'm going to do it, how it's going to work. Yes, Jen, that's the way. Yep, grab a piece of chipboard just to check it out, make sure. No, that's the way I'm going to have it. Right. So, um, score tape won't really adhere too well to Tyvek, so I've used glue. So just normal Tyvek envelopes will suffice for this because I painted anyway. But definitely use the wet glue rather than um, score tape. Right, what am I doing now? Oh, I'm going to put some more chipboard on there just to sandwich it in. And again, I'd be have to clamp that, I think. Maybe not. Oh, that's right. I tore off the backing, the tape backing. So I just had to cut another piece to sit on there just to protect it. Okay, gonna clamp those. And doing the same to the other side. Alright, now I'm going to do the base of the unit, and I've stepped these out 1/8 of an inch each step, and I think there are 4 steps. Well, one, two, yeah, 4 steps plus the base. Okay, so now I'm going to do the doors, and I'm just measuring a half an inch around each edge, and I'm going to cut the center out. I think I end up getting a decent blade. Yeah, see the packet there. Very time consuming, but worth the effort. Then I go and sand that down a bit. Just smooth out the rough edges. So that's what it's going to look like. Always testing it every time I cut a piece. Now for the top, this is a Tim Holtz on the edge die. Um, just cut it out the same, using the same chipboard. Yep, sand that down, and then I'll cut it down to size. So just eyeballing it, the center. No, I have to get the ruler. Yeah, I don't think I wanted it that tall. So I'm now just cutting it down to size. Yep, just going to go the width of the unit. Now, with the hinge, I you can see on the die cut piece that the outside edges weren't that tall, so I had to cut the hinge down so that you couldn't see it. There we go. Just slot it in place. Now, I didn't think there was enough support for it, so I added a few more layers on the top. I think it was 3. And I had some offcuts that I just used as well. Cut those down in the center, and you couldn't see whether it was one piece or 3. So I thought that would give it more stability. Alright, now a bit rough and ready on the back. So we're just sanding it down and getting ready to put a whole piece on the back. You'll see on that note paper there were you can get free miniature book covers. printed online. Just download them and print them off, and that's what I did for some of the books. Alright, so I'm going to use 3 real earth magnets, and they're the little tiny ones, and so I'm just measuring those. And I have to, I wanted to inset them, so that's why I'm using my craft knife to dig out an area there for them to fit into nice and snug. And you won't see that, it'll be covered. Alright, trying to empty this bottle of tacky glue. I finally used as much as I could before I opened a new one. So there's the back on. Now we're clamping it again. Alright, so it's all put together by the acetate. So I'm going to paint it now. And this is, I just gave it one coat. I probably should have given it this coat. It's a folk art black gesso. And I should have painted it and then sanded it and given another coat, I think. That's a bit rough and ready. I'm just going to paint all inside there. Right. To cover the, yeah, why did I want to do that? Oh, I know. Because I want to put little metal discs on the doors to attach to the magnets. So I need a something to cover them. That's why I was cutting that out. So just using super glue to adhere these rare earth magnets. And they all stuck, but oh no, they all stuck. It was on the metal discs that it didn't really like that, so I had to use glossy accents. So, painting the door frames now. And now cutting out the frame there. There they are. Alright. Oh, okay, so I decided to grab some, this is black paper. And so I just cut it to size so that it could cover that center area there and cover the magnets. So I did that on the 3 sections there. Then I think I painted over it again just to give it the right look because it was a different colour, black. So these are these metal discs and I just cut them down. They could sit on there without being shown. I'm just measuring the distances. I started off using the super glue and one of them just would not stick. I think it was that one actually. Yep. Clip 'em, Jen. think I just got these on Etsy, these metal discs. Okay, so I cut down the acetate and yep, it'll be covered with the black frame, cardstock frame. So just adhering that with some glossy accents. There we go. One down. Clamp it. Alright, I'm ready to attach them. So it looks like I'm attaching them using glossy accents. Because that's a... Yeah, well, I don't know. Could have used... I probably ran out of the tacky glue. Can't remember why I used glossy accents. Then it was, well, how the heck am I going to ensure that sticks? Because the Tyvek was coming away from the frame, and I just had to open it every now and again and just push it back into place. You'll see there, it was coming away from the edge. So I kept opening them, pressing them back together, shutting them. Now I'm measuring up for the handles, and I just used some Kaisercraft brass metal doorknobs. That was easier. Using the crocodile, this small hole, punch side. And I probably didn't wait long enough for the glossy accents to adhere properly to the door hinges, but oh well. I go to put these in and then realise I'm going to varnish it, so I have to take them out again anyway. Alright, so I've taken them out and I'm just taking some, I think it was just, it was a Liquitex Gloss Medium and Varnish. And you'll see there I've got the nail file there sitting there so the door doesn't close and seal shut. And I've got the glue bottle on the other one while it's drying. Yeah, well, you see there, I've just put that inside piece from the door frames in there so that I don't get any of the medium on the acetate. I think, as I said earlier, I liked it, the matte, better than the gloss. But if I had have sanded it down after that first coat and then redid it, it might have been better. So there are all the books, and there they are in the unit. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be back again soon with another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.